Farm workers in Florida are scared. Many of them, like Donald, are undocumented. And under the new immigration law pushed by Governor Ron DeSantis, they fear persecution and deportation. On the other side of the fence, farm owners worry about staffing shortages. Donald is from Guatemala. He's been in Homestead, Florida for the past 3 years. He likes it here, he says. He found a sense of community. As a teenager, he worked the land in North Carolina and Tennessee.
People in the community are telling me to be careful because at any moment we can get stopped by the troopers. You know, the immigration police.
The new law imposes tougher penalties for those knowingly hiring or transporting undocumented migrants in the state. Documented migrants like Higinio Banda fear for their people.
Porque tú puedes ser acusado de un crimen.
I asked him how he feels about the possibility of being charged with a crime if he gives a ride to someone who is in the U.S. illegally.
I feel very sad because many in my own family do not have documents. And people are really scared. It scares me. I can't even take them shopping now because I'm going to get in trouble.
Businesses with 25 or more employees will now be required to use E-Verify, a federal system that determines if an individual can legally work in the U.S. Employers who fail to comply will be fined $1,000 per day. According to the Migration Policy Institute, there are nearly 800,000 undocumented migrants living in the state of Florida. The governor says they're overwhelming the public welfare system and that something needs to be done to control the border crisis.
I'm not opposed to the idea of what it's trying to accomplish, but every minute of every day since then, I'm realizing the impacts it's going to have on my farm, that it's going to have on construction industry, the hotel industry, especially the agricultural industry.
John Alger is a seventh-generation farmer. He's trying to assure at least his workers that they may be okay.
And my people are scared. Now, we don't qualify for E-Verify. We're below the threshold. But there's a lot of people that are not in my position that have people scared, and people are going to leave.
Any worker who ends up sick or injured and lands in a hospital is also at risk, as the new law requires state hospitals to report immigration status of patients to authorities.
Man, I wouldn't work for me. We try and spray for the mosquitoes in the morning around the area they're going to work, but the mosquitoes are just, it's apocalyptic how bad they are. It's hot, you're wearing almost winter clothing to keep the mosquitoes off of you.
John can't remember the last time he got an application from a white American to work his land. He says maybe about 10 years ago. Government statistics show nearly half of the country's farm workers who regularly withstand the heat, the dust, and the mosquitoes to provide for their families back home are undocumented. Donald says he will leave if things get worse, while others we talk to anxiously worry whether their families will be torn apart. Nitza, Soledad, Perez, CGTN, Homestead, Florida.